You probably noticed during the holidays you seem a little more stressed. Well, you are definitely not alone. In fact, you're joined by a lot of us. Dr. Vivek Goswami, cardiologist at the Heart Hospital of Austin, joins us now to talk about how to reduce our chances for having a heart attack this season. I think it's interesting. Thanks for joining us, by the way.
Thanks for having me.
This is the time of year where we tend to see an increase in heart attacks.
This is the time of year. So researchers have noticed a trend over the winter holiday season that there's an uptick in heart attacks. And actually one study in particular showed a discrete spike on Christmas Day and New Year's Day in terms of higher risk of having heart attacks. And the question is why? And historically, we've kind of attributed this to cold weather. We hear these stories how people are shoveling snow and cold weather can constrict your arteries, and maybe that's the mechanism. The problem with that theory is that when we look at warmer climates like Southern California and Arizona, we still see an uptick in cardiac-related events around the holiday season. So that brings into question, is this a stress-induced phenomenon? There's also other issues with people overindulging during the holidays, overeating, which can exacerbate certain chronic cardiac conditions, including high blood pressure and heart failure. People can overindulge in alcohol, which can sometimes call what we call holiday heart syndrome, which is an arrhythmia that can develop due to alcohol. Oftentimes people forget to pack their medications when they're traveling, and there's an interesting dynamic where people are a little bit more reluctant to seek medical attention during the holiday seasons because they have these elaborate plans with families, etc., so it delays time to very critical treatment. So all these can be possible reasons why, but we really need to recognize that the holiday winter season really is the highest incidence of heart disease year long.
So there are good things that we can do even if we're not the ones experiencing these symptoms, but we can even pay attention to some of the symptoms. What are some of them that we should look for maybe in our loved ones?
So the classic symptoms would be chest heaviness or pressure. It could radiate to the left arm or jaw, shortness of breath, problems breathing. These are very classic symptoms of a heart attack. We encourage people to seek medical attention if they are having symptoms. There's certain things we can do to prevent this during the holiday season, so certainly plan ahead and make sure you're packing your medications. If you do have symptoms, seek medical attention. Don't worry about being a burden, and don't overdo it. I mean, certainly we want to eat in moderation, drink in moderation, and seek medical attention if there are any symptoms.
Being around family can be stressful too, so is it important for us to maybe take breaks from even that kind of chaos?
Yeah, I think it could help, and I think trying to stay in your routine as much as possible is important as well. So I like to exercise when I'm on trips and during the holiday season. I think it's a wonderful way to relieve stress, so try to stay in your routine and plan ahead.
And help the kids maybe deal with some of this too, because I know they get kind of stressed out too. I mean, they may not have these heart conditions, but they get stressed out as well.
At least in our house they do.
They may be the cause of some of the heart conditions.
That's right.
We appreciate you being here. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
And I hope you have a great holiday season.
You too.
We're back after this.